Trump news. Harris condemns Trump for his disrespectful visit to Arlington National Cemetery. The Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, blasted her Republican presidential competitor, Donald Trump, on Saturday for using footage from his visit to Arlington National Cemetery to campaign. "We gather here in reverence for the American soldiers who have given their lives for our country, and it is a somber place. Politics has no place here," Harris stated in an X post. Just 5 days after Trump laid a wreath at a memorial for the 13 servicemen and women died in the 2021 U.S. pullout from Afghanistan, the vice president offered his thoughts. Additionally, he paid his respects at what the military regards as sacred ground, Section 60 of the Virginia Cemetery. While Trump is in a tight race for the presidency with Democrat Harris, his team released a TikTok video including footage from the cemetery, despite the fact that federal law and Pentagon standards prohibit political activities in that portion. Veterans and their families were quick to criticize Trump's visit. An American soldier who was demoted from her position at Section 60 was defended on Friday by the U.S. Army, who stated that the victim was acting properly and was the victim of an unfair attack. "I want to make it very clear, the former president disdained Holy Land for the purpose of a publicity stunt," Harris stated in her letter. Visiting Arlington National Cemetery was an honor that the families of American soldiers killed in Afghanistan had requested of President Trump, he said during his Friday speech in Pennsylvania. Saturday saw the nuptials of Norway's Princess Martha Louise and her long-term lover. "When I arrived, we had a ceremony," Trump announced. Trump said that the families wanted a picture after asking if he may visit the graves. He explained that he was photographing the tomb since he spoke the word absolutely when asked. At the cemetery on Saturday, Trump began a coordinated reaction by releasing films to his Truth Social account. The videos showed relatives of at least 7 of the 13 people died in the Afghanistan evacuation justifying his conduct. A large number of them challenged Harris's claims that she supports military families by going straight to her. Why won't Vice President Harris personally offer his condolences? One video features Sergeant Nicole G's mother-in-law, Christy Shamblin, asking, "Why have we never heard from you?" G was one of several casualties of the 2021 retreat. In a Saturday response to Harris's article, Trump's nominee for vice president, J.D. Vance, and press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, both made mention of the withdrawal from Afghanistan and accused Harris of being callous toward the service members who lost their lives in that conflict. Trump attempted to cast the vice president as the culprit behind the disorganized U.S. retreat from Afghanistan during President Joe Biden's tenure on Monday, the third anniversary of the withdrawal. After Joe Biden, 81, withdrew from the contest in July, Kamala Harris, 59, became the Democratic candidate for president in the election that took place on November 5. You can probably guess how the vice president would handle the subject in their debate on September 10 based on her reaction to Trump's visit to the cemetery. She brought out Trump's track record of disparaging veterans. "Donald Trump has a history of doing this. This is a man who has disparaged Medal of Honor recipients and labeled our deceased service members suckers and losers," she wrote bitterly. Despite McCain's lengthy imprisonment in North Vietnam as a prisoner of war following his shot down while serving as a Navy pilot, Trump claimed in the past that the late senator and Republican presidential contender was not a hero of the war. Ex-White House Chief of Staff and retired Marine Corps General John Kelly claims that Trump called fallen World War I veterans suckers and losers. Kelly, 2018. That report remains disputed by Trump. Whether or not these kinds of events would influence the veterans' vote was uncertain. According to a Pew Research Center research from April, Republicans had the support of veterans.